guys are ready, go ahead.
Hi, Marty, can you describe your special teams philosophy?
Sure. A lot of it has to do with effort and attitude in terms of trying to get the players to buy in. Everywhere I've been at, I was an education major, so really tried to take a lot of what I learned in college and apply it. And to me, it should be like a fun class playing football, something that they should and enjoy doing. It's my job because normally they come here to be on offense and defense, so it's my job to make class fun to where they want to be a part of that third phase and make it special.
What is the intangibles that you're looking for somebody to cut their teeth on special teams?
Biggest thing would be effort backed up by discipline and accountability. So really what it comes down to is, can I trust you? If I can trust you, then I know that you can perform in a play. Probably the biggest difference in a special teams play compared to an offense and defensive play is those plays normally last about 5 seconds, whereas a special teams play can last up to 10, 12, even 14 seconds. So can I trust you through the entirety of the play?
Final question for me. You've been here before. Kind of changed, hasn't it?
A lot has changed, but very excited to be back. This is a dream come true. Whole family, a lot of family went to school here. Brother and his wife, my parents went to Notre Dame St. Mary's. My grandparents went to Notre Dame St. Mary's. So very special place. So I'm taking it all in.
What was kind of the process of that hire to get you back here?
Yeah, Coach Freeman reached out once Coach Mason was leaving, and we had a kind of a relationship dating back a couple of years to when we had played here. I was at Purdue, and we had played here, and I believe it was 2021. And then, when he got promoted to the head coach, he had reached out and kind of expressed some interest. So we had some short conversations then. And then when Coach Mace took the job for the Colts, he reached out pretty quickly and had some conversations and moved pretty quick.
Was it always your goal to come back?
It has been. It's been a dream, especially to coach here. Mainly, to be honest, just as a family decision, loving this place, growing up as a child, being always around this campus. It's Notre Dame. It's just people don't get it, and it's super special. So it was a dream. It was a goal to come back, and always wanted to. If blessed or fortunate to have my parents be able to see me coach a game here. They got to when I was at Purdue. On the visiting sideline, but it's really cool for this upcoming season for sure.
Anything else for Coach? Awesome, thank you.
They'll wear Notre Dame jerseys this time, right?
What's that?
They'll wear Notre Dame jerseys.
Absolutely. So,
thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Zach, after doing kickoffs last year, I guess what's kind of been your focus heading into the spring?
Definitely winning the starting field goal job, and also keeping the starting kickoff job is the main goal. But getting on the field is the most important thing for me right now.
And then how would you just kind of assess your field goals so far?
Definitely it's still a work in progress, but I feel like I'm starting to get it's starting to click, especially with the new help from Coach Biagi, him being a former kicker and punter back in his day at Marshall, and him having mentors that are really good at kicking has helped me a lot. And I think him helping me my form and making me focus on consistency rather than strength, instead of trying to crush the ball, I'm actually just focusing on making the kick. And that's a big difference.
And then what was that moment like before Ohio State, being from Upper Arlington, finding out you were starting 30 minutes before the game?
So I grew up a Buckeye fan, so that shit was a surreal moment. So I've always wanted to play in Ohio State Stadium, and playing for Ohio State and then kicking off, that was one of the best moments of my entire life. It's something I'm gonna tell my kids.
How's your technique change over the past year?
So before Coach Biagi came here, I was more just a soccer style kicker. I just kick the ball and it would go in. Now I'm focusing more on same alignment, same thing every time, and that's about repetition. So same 3 yards back, 2 yards over, instead of having a little bit different, and it's making it a lot more consistent.
Did you take the fans through kicking the field goal that goes through your line?
Well, I think most of it is you're running onto the field. Before you go on the field, you just gotta calm yourself down, slow down your breathing. You don't want to be high energy. You don't want to be too low. You want to be net neutral. You come onto the field. You see wherever the spot is. So say if it's the 20-yard line, you go back to the 28. You get your spot. When we look at the field, I find my target line. Go 3 steps back. Look again. Go 2 steps over. Look again. Look at my holder. Give him 2 nods, and then we kick.
How important is that helmet play at the end?
It's very important.
Anything else for Zach? Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bryce, just how's the health and everything, just going through what you went through last year?
It's good. I'm pretty much back to normal. No really issues have come up since about New Year's, so I've been good.
And then I guess just what's kind of your focus this spring as you kind of just work your way through it?
Yeah, really just trying to build like a system of punting, knowing like I have a certain number of things that I'm just gonna do every time, so I know I can hit my ball every time.
It's like working with Marty.
It's been great. He's been awesome punting wise. Obviously, he was a punter, and so that's been different. But I think it's been good because he's been able to point out things that I don't see in my own technique and able to correct like right there.
What's the biggest thing he's looked at and said this needs to be?
Step length, really trying to get my steps even shorter because I've had short steps, but he's kind of said like you could be a lot better if you continue to shorten those down and get more powerful.
What's the identity of the unit right now, early on in spring practice? What's take us to a day or what's the identity?
Really just kind of like brotherhood, and so we're trying to just grow closer as a unit, and obviously there's only 6 of us now and there will be more in June, so that'll probably change, but as of now just we're a tight bunch and we just kind of try to have fun and go kick some footballs.
Anything else from Bryce?
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you. What have you kind of seen from Zac this spring?
Yeah, so Zac Yoakam, he's been great. You know, I think all 3 of our young specialists, they've done an unbelievable job in the weight room this winter. You know, I haven't really seen a group of young specialists really push themselves the way that this group has. You know, I really can't say enough good things about, you know, Reno, Yoakam, and Bryce because they've come in here, they've busted their butt. You know, last season I think for them was a learning experience, as is for all freshmen, learning how to, you know, navigate life as a student athlete at Notre Dame. I think all 3 of them have done a great job, and Yoakam's been doing outstanding as a kicker. You know, I think he's really grown a lot mentally and physically.
And then you've been here a minute. You're in 3rd special teams coordinator. I guess what is Coach Biagi like in the meeting rooms and everything like that?
Right. You know, I really like Coach Biagi a lot. He's a very personal guy, and what's great for us is he was a specialist in college, so he knows what he's talking about. He knows what drills are going to work for us, and he knows what it's like to be a specialist. So he's not going to, you know, push us to the limit in terms of our capacity during practice. You know, he's going to be very smart, very diligent about us doing our routines and then staying on top of, you know, recovery, nutrition, sleep, because he knows how vital that is to our position.
Michael, you've been around this program a lot. You've seen
Long
a lot.
time.
What's your feeling about this team going into the fall?
Right.
Tell us what's special about it.
Our brotherhood. You know, our brotherhood is so strong. You know, it starts with Coach Bayless in the weight room. You know, we blood, sweat, and tears. You know, we come together. We do everything that we're told. And then what's great about this group is we just all come together. You know, everyone's friends. There's no problems in the locker room. As soon as we leave this building, we all go home because we all live with each other. We all hang out with each other. So I think the brotherhood is just so strong that when you have a really strong brotherhood, especially in college football, it's so hard for anything to break it.
Well, you just described a lot about leadership. So how have you grown as a leader over the past year?
So last year was my first year being a leader in the specialist room. You know, I've learned from great leaders like Tyler Newsome when he was a leader my freshman year. I lived with Kurt Heinisch, Myron Tagovailoa, and Drew White. All 3 were captains. So kind of asking them questions and learning from them and seeing how they, you know, lead a team. I think I've tried to take on a top leadership position in this team. So for me, just making sure that all the guys are where they need to be, you know, and not pushing someone down, just bringing everyone together. You know, as much as I can do to bring this team together, the better that we're going to be.
Kind of talked about how diligent Coach Marty is. You know, how does that help you guys out, you know, day-to-day practice?
Right. It helps us out a lot because, like I said, he was a specialist, so he knows what drills work and what technique that we need. And so for him, when we come out and we kick early, we snap early, punt early from practice, he's right there with us. He's looking at everything technique-wise, you know, and he's not going to wait until we go into our meeting room and watch it on film and see what's happening on film. He's going to address it right then and there, and he's going to help us out. So that's been great for us. We can, you know, get feedback right on the field on what's going on.
Anything else from Michael? Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.